Greetings, ghouls and goblins. Astra IV has been busy lately, hasn't it? First, in oxygen, poor Callahan discovered that something aboard the ship knew his name and wore his face. Then, in Knock Knock, Callie heard the impossible, a knock on the hull, thousands of miles from anything solid, and a reflection that wasn't hers staring back through the glass. 2 stories, 2 warnings, and now the crew is waking up to learn that the darkness outside Astra IV isn't the only thing they should fear. Because tonight, we turn to the manifest. And the manifest says there should only be 6. But there's someone else walking the corridors. Someone who shouldn't be there. Someone who's been waiting for them to wake up. Settle in, stay quiet, and count carefully. This is Passenger 7. There were supposed to be 6 crew, 6 sleep pods, 6 matching biometrics on the manifest of Astra IV. Captain Reese counted them the first day out of Earth orbit. He always did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every pod is sealed. All vitals monitor green. All good, but by day 9, the system said otherwise. The scanner pinged just after midnight. Internal motion detected. Crew module beta. Reese blinked awake. He was the only one on rotation. Everyone else was frozen until arrival at the research sector near Ganymede. He checked the feed. The cam in beta glitched, then blinked on. A figure passed across the frame. No suit, no tools, just a silhouette. He ran a head count. Pod 1. Occupied. Pod 2. Occupied. Pod 3. Occupied. Pod 4. Occupied. Pod 5. Occupied. Pod 6. Occupied. Then came the problem. Thermal signature. Detected. Pod 7. He tried to laugh it off. Faulty reader, he said aloud. Power bleeds from the recycler. But even as he said it, he didn't believe it. He checked the airlock logs. Nothing opened. Nothing came aboard. So, what was walking around inside? On day 10, Reese spotted something. At first, he assumed it was the ship settling metal, expanding, cooling, and moaning against the vacuum. Then came the beat. Soft, measured, too accurate to be random. Footsteps echoed through the maintenance ring, with only one section behind him. He would come to a standstill, turn, listen. Silence. Nothing but the hum of life support and a faint hiss of flowing air. When he moved again, they followed. By 0300, his nerves had frayed. The overheads flickered, sending lengthy, flickering flashes that stretched the shadows into bizarre forms. Then the alarm rang through the speakers. 7th signal is confirmed. Unidentified. Biometric. Unknown source. The words appeared in red on his HUD. Cold and absolute. Reese pulled on his suit, feeling the weight of the helmet seal and the sound of oxygen rushing in. He grasped the beam tighter than he wanted to admit and began his search. The hallways were deserted. Metal grates. Cables are bolted to walls. Nothing moved. The cryo bay remained the same. Silent rows of pods bathed in faint blue light, except one, Pod 3. The glass was fogged up, with thick condensation pouring in rivulets. A visible streak was wiped clean in the center, as if pressed by an inside hand. Reese pulled the document while his heart hammered. Name, rank, DNA, identifier, everything matched perfectly. Then he looked at the photograph. The face looked familiar. That was his, but not his. The jaw was slightly sharper, the eyes colder, and the mouth too still, as if someone had tried to memorize Reese's appearance and almost got it right. And in that moment, peering into his skewed reflection, Reese realized he didn't know which side of the glass he was on. The following morning, the crew awoke to quiet. Pod 1's indicator light was red. Malfunction detected. They flocked around, expecting ice, a crack in the glass, and possibly a major leak. But there was nothing. The pod was open, empty. There is no evidence of Reese. There are no scorch marks, no forced seals, and no damage whatsoever. Just gone. The computer chimed, as if nothing had occurred. Crew count, 6. Vitals, stable, unrecognized. Entry, cleared. The language felt clinical, final, but the crew was not convinced. They retrieved the final security feed from the night before. The footage stuttered, glitched, and sharpened. There was Reese, or at least someone who resembled him, moving steadily down the corridor, calm and methodical. He strode directly into the airlock without hesitation. And then the frame caught something else. A tall and skinny figure stood behind him, with incorrect proportions and an overly long shadow. It turned towards the camera and smiled. And there you have it. Another night aboard Astra IV, where the numbers never quite add up and the shadows seem just a little too familiar. Tell me, when you counted the passengers, did you get 6, or did you swear you sensed one more standing just behind you? Let me know in the comments if passenger 7 made you double-check your own reflection tonight. I'm curious, how many of you noticed the extra footsteps? Stay tuned, my friends of the dark, because our next tale slips deeper into the unknown. A story about a shape that shouldn't move, a figure that shouldn't breathe, and a suit that was never meant to be worn. The next nightmare is titled The Suit